everyone, it's Jules by Jude here, and we are going to do a snake veneer today, and I'm going to show you a little bit of what that may turn out to look like should we do it correctly, and I'm going to show you how we got there. Okay, so let's go. I've got white Kato and black Kato, a sheet of each. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to stack these two together. They've been setting, the thickest setting on my pasta machine. Okay, now I'm going to just make this nice and even, like so. And this is pretty cool. You can use different things to get this effect. And now I'm going to do is roll this out on my pasta machine. There we go. Now I'm going to shore up my ends again, and then I'm going to stack. Really doesn't need much, but we'll do it. Now you want to get them about half, along those lines. Stack them nice and neat. And make them nice and neat again. Let's see what we got here. Okay. There we go, just in case. Got that, got that. Oh, no. Alright. Okay, stack them. I'm going to run them through the machine again. Okay, that's going to probably be my last time through, so let's be real careful about how we do this now. Alright. Just want to get a pendant or two out of this. So if you want more, you need to make more. And then it's funny, right? No, or you need to make more. Pretty cut and dry. Okay, now let's make this a happy little guy here. Alright. I don't want my black to be on the bottom. I mean on the top, I'm sorry, on the top. Alright. Now that's a little bit messy. Believe it or not, it really doesn't matter, but just for sake of, let's take it off and make sure it's nice and clean. Or at least clean enough, okay? Alright, now this is a tool that I've discovered. It's called a texturing tool. And if you threw that at someone or smacked somebody in the head with that sucker, they're going down. It's that heavy, which is good because you want that heavy hand on this because you're texturing, okay? You just have to be careful you don't go too far with it. So it has this little rolling ball on there, and it looks similar to some diamonds. So when you roll this across your clay or any surface that you're trying to texture, it will go pretty far in without pushing pretty hard. You don't have to do it because it'll weight. Now, you can achieve, you do not need what I am using to achieve the snakeskin effect. You can use a mesh netting, metal netting. You can use other creative tools. Just think of a snake and what your effect. Now we have this. Now, this time, what I want us to do is take this off of here because I need it to stick while I shave off the top of it. Now, some of the differences in this and some other techniques you've seen that like this is that we don't need to be really careful, even though it looks like I am. We don't need to expose every piece underneath of our slab. Okay? Now, what I think I have to do now is go back over the, oh no, I did. I went deep enough. That's good. If you don't go deep enough, then you may have issues, okay? With your texturing, I'm talking about. There we go. And you have to have a thick enough. I went in deep. All right. And this does take practice, and alright, that's too much there. So what we're gonna do, Now you want to keep working at this until you get your desired effect. And when you do, you stop. Here we go. Alright, so to me, that's not a bad snakeskin effect. As I said, you want to continue for as long as you're pleased with it. Now this is like a veneer, or is a veneer, and so I'm lifting it up off of my glass and putting it on my tile at this point so that when I cut it, it'll be stuck to my tile. Clean this up. Clean my fingers up so I don't transfer anything I don't want transferred. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get myself a piece of backing. I call it, oh no, wait, I'm sorry. What we're going to do now is burnish. Sorry about that. I'm going to burnish. And I want to do that before I put this on my back. My backing, which is another, just simply another sheet of Kato black. And then I'll cut my desired shape. And then I will cook it at Kato's recommended temperature. And we'll see how it goes from there. I don't know if I mentioned the Clay Adventure 2020, but I'll be in that. I'll be surrounded by awesome clay artists. I'm hoping to learn a lot. Now, you know, depending on how deep you textured it will depend on how long you have to burnish it. Okay? It's to me it's smooth. It feels almost like a snakeskin. Okay. Let's see here. Alright. I just have a small piece that I want to use on this particular one. So the way I'm going to do it is I kind of like this area in here. So the way I'll do it is I will trim it up and put my veneer away for another time, maybe earrings, beads. That's such a cool thing there. Ideas you could do with this. Alright. Now I have a backing. Oh, I have to trim that up. Glad I did that. There we go. Let's see here. Yeah. And we have a backing. See the clay lines? Isn't that cool? Alright. Now what we want to do is figure out the size. It looks good to me. So, alright, now I'm going to put plastic wrap over top of it. So I have a nice clean cut that I like. See, now I have a nice piece that I like. I have a nice section I'm going to work with. I got a beautiful cutter. Okay. Now, I want to make sure I'm on it correctly, and I am. Now, usually I stand up, so I will. Now you can see how strong the cutters are. voila. Wow, I have hardly anything I need to take off of there. And that was a pretty thick piece of clay, so the cutters are holding up fine. Alright. I like that shape. It's a little bit medieval. And there's that. And we have a piece that has been resin needs to be baked. And that is how we accomplish the snake look. The snakeskin look. Okay? Now, if we wanted to, we could probably make ourselves a bead. Right. Now I'm going to use something dark because and this is a big bead. It's probably like a 16 millimeter or something. It's big. But that's good. You can see it. Could be a vocal bead too. You never know. Now, when we shaved off some of these shavings off the top, okay, if you save any of that, you can use that veneer to put that around your bead, like so. Okay. And you can pick and choose as well. And I got a little bit of a black spot here. Okay. And now all I want to do is make a roll of it. And now I have my vocal bead. Or giant earring. Something like that. Alright, so you guys get the idea. This is just something I happen to come across. You know, after this point, you have a choice of, you can put a glue-on bail back here. You can put 2 holes in it here and jump rings to hang it that way. You can embellish it by maybe a dangle of Swarovski crystals, of course. Maybe black, something like that. What you'd want to do is, after you bake this at the recommended time, is probably sand this and round this off and use some clay some liquid clay, or rub off some black clay, and you know, maybe it's fine. Let's take a look at it, shall we? Alright. To be honest with you, I think you could leave it just like that. It looks like a gray anyways. I would just sand off rough edges. I don't think you need to put anything on there to change it at all, to be honest with you. It looks very good. So I think you can do this with different colors, and if you have a different color snake, you know, that you'd like to imitate, you could do that. You could probably do the shavings a little bit better, depending on what you're using and how you're using it. So if you worked with it a little bit more, it might come out. This, to me, I like it, okay? I'm going to be honest with you. I have no problems with it. I just know that everybody has their own taste. And I just want you to know that you can change it however you want. You know, this is just the beginning. This is just an idea of that you can use however you see fit, actually, you know. So I hope that it was, you know, worth watching the video to learn the process. And if it is, hit a like button for me. And if you really feel good about it, share it. And maybe somebody will subscribe. So thank you very much. And God bless everyone out there. And God bless Polymer clay, right? Till next time.